Well, the most important ship of the year is out, and today I'm going to show you how to rank up your Covenants for 100% free, even if you don't have a range extender. Hey everyone, Derpy here, and welcome back to another Battle Pirates video. This is my Covenant Guide video number 1. I'll be making a few more, including the recon of the target, the build, of course, some driving tips, and the expected timeline for upgrades, flagships, and the like. In this first video, I want to show you, like I said, how to rank up for free. It does help if you use a salty dog on your crew, and I do have some barely built ships, which of course I'll show you the build as I progress through this video. Now what you want to do is find the 601 research garrisons. These are normal Forsaken mission targets, so you can start ranking up now before VXP weekend. Enter from about 10 o'clock here, and that should get you started. This method right here does rely on range extenders, but don't worry, I'll show you a second one here that does not rely on range extenders. Now, like I said, you're entering from roughly 10 o'clock here, and what you want to do is stack your ships up, and you want to take advantage of the built-in weapons right here. And all you need is one weapon per ship and a range extender. What you're going to do is you're going to highlight over the sort of red arc right here from the UAV turret. Believe it or not, yes, this is a UAV. And you want to try and line up the projectiles so that your front cone here is going to shoot at the short-range turret and hit a few other things. It's actually relatively easy to do and is a little bit easier than I'm making it sound. So all you have to do is park right about here, and you are just about able to hit the first turret. This is just my missiles hitting it. Some of them have projectile speed, some of them don't. If I edge just a little bit closer, I can start to use the built-in for its special ability there, which means I'll have to go a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, and there is the built-in missiles, which I believe is some sort of beast tower, beast thrower, not quite sure what they want us to go for on that one. And your missiles there are being used to go up and over and hit all three of these different turrets, which is really, really nice, gives you a ton of damage. Once you do this one time, you can retreat and go back to your base, get all ranked up, and come back in, and you should be just a little bit more effective that next time. That's really all there is to it, and my ships are literally, for most of them, just have a few missiles. One of them does have some anti-zon, which I will talk about that in a moment. I have an engine, and I have a range special on there, and that's really about it and all you need for this particular method in this target. Now I'm going to go ahead and fast forward through killing these and get back to you with the results. Great, we have killed the last turret. Let's go ahead and wait for the retreat bar, go back to base, and check on the VXP. Obviously, if you don't have a silver salty, you'll get about a third of the VXP, or 2/3 if you're just using the regular 1-star salty. It looks like the total VXP was 130k. I've seen a few higher numbers, but that's with a 5th ship. I don't have 5 ships for reasons which I will talk about in video number 3 or maybe number 5 here as we keep progressing. Let's go ahead and look at the dock, and you can see my build here. I do have a ship with just weapons, 4 weapons, a engine, and a range extender, a ship with 4 weapons, weapon, and range extender, 4 or 5 weapons, and the engine and range extender, and the last one here is built as an anti-ship, and this has 2 weapons. They all got just about the same exact amount of VXP, which probably means I'm doing too much damage, and if I were to retreat and go back in, retreat and go back in, I would get more VXP. But I do want to show you a method for those of you who do not have this range extender that gives you 30%. By the way, it's available in the Forsaken mission if you are a little bit short and want to pick some up. And because I already have all of those on my ships, I do want to show you using the arcs, which have a very, very similar build and stuff like that, and most of you should have arcs built. If you don't, your best solution is probably to try and prep a few things out with what ships you have, or is going to actually be just to suicide in there and come back out. Okay, let's go ahead and check. Now for your short range ships, again, so I'm using arcs, but it's the same range as the regular ones, what you want to do is come in on the top right. And your strategy is going to be to ignore the short range stuff because my short arc range can actually not outrange this stuff. Instead, I'm going to throw in my short range ship, which would in this case actually just be, again, your, because I'm a little bit too close to things here. In this case right here, you have your arcs that are really, really close. You brought them in here because you have anti-mortars on here, and your anti-mortars are good enough to deal with the incoming mortars from the particular mortar turret right here. Now what you're going to do instead is send your short-range ships in, which is this one right here, and you need to send them in to attack this mortar turret, and obviously it's going to chain here, but your missile ships, your Covenants, are not going to do that. Just be careful of the other red rings or ranges around there, and just move this one as close as you can. You'll do some damage to that. You'll be able to kill one turret there with the ship, and again, I guess I do need my mortar ship just a little bit closer here because I'm taking a little bit of damage, and that's the technique to hopefully get it for no damage if your mortar ship is close enough. To kill one of these turrets, you can retreat, come back in, switch ship is going forward, do a whole bunch of stuff with that one, and you should be set. There's a technique for no damage even if you don't have a range extender. I hope that these videos were helpful. If they were, go ahead and leave a like on the YouTube video and maybe even share it with someone in your alliance. I also want to give a huge thank you to the channel members who are supporting this channel, making this and things like the build stock possible. I've just updated this and will be adding new names as people continue clicking the join button below the YouTube video. With that said, and until next time, this is going to be Derpy signing out, helping you be a better pirate.